Here I'll say the similar thing, HTML. So immediately I'll create the basic template. I've created an HTML page. My head, it will have a title, and the title will be nothing but login form. Okay, and next is body. Okay, so inside body I'll give a condition. Now how the condition is done over here, it is done with the help of the annotations. Now you need to focus on how the condition is being given over here. So it's given like this: at if count $errors is greater than 0. It mentions that if the count, or that if I get an error which is greater than 0, then I will represent the error in this way. That is div class. The errors are displayed inside this class, that is alert, alert, danger. Two class names are being used. Okay. Here I'll say ul I'll also close the div. Use the proper indentations. So inside ul I will specify the error thing. So my error will be, like if I get an error which is greater than 0, again I'll use a for each loop inside ul. I'm using an annotation for each $errors all as $error. Okay, I'll use an li method, li, and I'll mention the error over here. And later I'll say at end for each. So I'm closing the for each loop over here. I'll explain this. Yeah. This says that if I get an error which is greater than 0, then I will specify the errors in that particular loop or the particular section under the li thing. And that particular loop is taken as an array, so it is run with the help of for each thing. Now inside this particular div has been used under and if. So at end if specifies the end of the if statement. Now I'll create a form. Okay, PHP. Here I'll create a form. The form will have nothing but basic things, like you can say username, password, and login. But here I will check even for one thing, that the username password has been validated properly or not. So I'll say this is done under form tag, form input type equal to text, name equal to text. A value is not given for now. I'll use a break statement br input type password. Let's specify name as username, because here it is the username. For password it will be password. Put type name equal to password, value equal to none. This I'm specifying with the help of normal HTML form, and the later thing I'll show is nothing but a submit button. So the submit button will be mentioned here, that is input type equal to submit type equal to submit. Okay, so I have done with it. Value is submit. Okay, now I have designed the form. I will register this form. So this registration is done under routes.php. So the registration will be done in the similar way, that is route get, and here I'll say /validation, and validation will go to the validation controller. Validation controller's first thing is show form. The first method is show form. Okay, so similar way I'll say even for get validation, another method is validate form. Okay, so now we need to check in our browser how it exactly looks. Validations will take place in that particular form, and now we don't have it like functioning as it's working on the local host thing, but I can obviously display you the form which we have created for now. So let's go to a browser. So moving on to a browser, I'll say in the same thing which we have created in the previous chapter. So this was our form. For now we don't have any trigger event, no validation, because there is no trigger event for submit, but in the submit you will get the proper validation if you have not entered for the username and the password. So this is a way of validating a particular form in Laravel.